Hello, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a third-person camera in Dreams. So this is the easiest way to do it now. Before, you would have to do a lot of complex logic, but to create a third-person camera that is offsetted to the side like a God of War style kind of game, or Arkham Knight or Last of Us kind of game. It's as easy as going into the logic, opening the controller logic to the controller sensor, and under the camera tab there is an offset sideways slider, and you just slide it to around like 30, and if you want to preview what you're doing, go to modes, go to test mode, and then press R3 to test it. And you can kind of adjust the camera on the fly and see what's happening. You can bring the camera closer so that it's more over the shoulder, and kind of adjust it so that it's offsetted to how you want it to be. Now when you jump into the actual game in play mode, it's now offsetted like The Last of Us or God of War or Arkham Knight. But how do you keep track of the camera and where it is in space? There is a really useful gadget called the head camera tracker. So if you drop this into the scene, go into play mode and kind of look above like this, go back to edit mode, the camera head tracker is exactly where that third person camera is. So now if you want to have a reticle from this, you just go enable with cursor and show cursor, and now there's like a reticle in the middle of the screen. And this is pretty useful because then you can add more things to the camera head tracker. So you can add things like HUD elements or something inside of this. You can add in your own kind of logic. Something that I usually do is I add a laser pointer. And now we have a laser pointer, and you can make this laser pointer respond to different kinds of labels in the scene. But yeah, and there's also, you know, other stuff in the camera settings, like acceleration and responsiveness, and you know how it auto levels in Y and stuff. So all of this is really useful. So I'll show you an example of what you can kind of do with it. So this doesn't have any gun play because I haven't like animated it or programmed it in, but it's to demonstrate like that setup that I got. So you can do stuff like shoulder switching. I'll just hide the UI. So you can shoulder switch, you can aim down sight and then make stuff interact like this. Yeah, once you have it set up, you can add a whole lot to it, and it's extremely responsive and accurate as well. Something that you can easily do now without too much thinking. Whereas before, like, you would have to put in your own kind of logic to have a third-person camera working. So now it's all done with sliders.